What's going on, guys? Beastly Gamer here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another, what I feel is a very needed Beastly Indie episode for my subscribers and for you guys to share with people in the world. I'm really interested in the thoughts of the masses. You guys know I like to know what's trending and the direction of the world. And so how I'm going to start this Beastly Indie is a disclaimer. I don't hate anybody. I'm a very loving person. I think that everyone has their own thoughts and feelings and they should all be respected. If you like chocolate ice cream, enjoy that. If you like vanilla, enjoy that. So with that being said, let's talk about Target and their decision about 2 weeks ago to come out and publicly announce that all 1,800 of their stores are going to allow transgender people to use whatever restroom that they identify with as their sexual orientation. What that means is a man who walks into a Target store and says that he feels like a woman or that he believes he's a woman, he can follow a woman or a little girl into the ladies' room and use that restroom. Now, with that being said, I'm a father and I'm a husband. I have a 5-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old daughter, and I have a 110-pound wife. And my duty in life is to protect my family. My girls and my wife and my sons. I want to protect them all, and I'll die for them. And with that being said, we know that there are sexual predators in this world. Are there more male sexual predators than females? You bet there are. There are a lot more men with these kind of issues who believe that they can catch a woman or a young girl in a precarious situation and take advantage of it. Men can easily overpower women. It's not even a competition. And so with that being said, I have visions of my daughter using a public restroom at a Target. And then as she turns to look, there's a guy coming in there. How that is going to feel for a female who didn't agree to this, who did not agree to have her privacy invaded in a public restroom by a man. Now, as far as the transgender thing goes, that's not an issue. I believe if you're a post-op and you believe that you're a woman, that's totally fine. Go ahead and use that restroom. You're going to look like a woman. You're going to have female parts or parts that look like a female's parts. And you've actually gone through and done a lot of work to actually move forward in that transition. But if you're a man and you're walking around with, just high heels on and some spandex pants and you got male junk and you follow a girl into the bathroom, to me, that's uncalled for. It's unnecessary and it's wrong. I just don't think that it's right. And so I'm joining the over 1.5 million people who are protesting this decision and protesting Target. The Targets here in Atlanta, the ones I've been to, have very few customers. So obviously people are not feeling the vibe of this decision. The one thing I believe is if you live in a democracy, your decision, your choice is supposed to matter. Not the choice of someone in the position of power who makes a harebrained decision and expects you to abide by it. That's not right. The people need to be able to vote on these kind of things. And so Target being a private entity and a private company, they've decided that your wife's choice doesn't matter, that your mother's choice doesn't matter, that a little girl's choice doesn't matter, and that if a man walks into the store and walks around the store for an hour or two looking at the potential prospects of who might go into the bathroom just so he can go in there with a camera or do whatever these freaks want to do. They didn't ask your wife, your daughter, your mother how they feel about that. And so I will not frequent that store. I can't do it in good conscience. And so even now, other companies are jumping on this bandwagon and they have decided that Target is right, and they want to become all-inclusive despite what people are obviously saying about this decision. I'll drop a link in the description. It's war. Even more companies double down and join Target's new transgender bathroom rule. Starbucks, Hudson Bay's parent company to Lord & Taylor and Saks Fifth Avenue, and Barnes & Noble all told USA Today that employees and customers in their stores are welcome to use the bathroom of the gender they identify with. Starbucks spokesperson Jamie Riley said the company is, quote, looking into additional opportunities to have more gender-neutral signage in our restrooms where jurisdictions allow it, end quote. HBC respects and affirms each person's right to self-identify and access facilities that reflect their gender identity. As a company, Barnes & Noble treats all employees and customers with dignity and respect. For our transgender employees and customers, that means that they are allowed to use the bathroom of the gender they identify with, end quote. So, with all this being said, this is going to be a huge fail. This is going to be a horrible fail. There are going to be people who take advantage of this open door policy that they can use whatever restroom that they feel like. Now, if they wanted to not have as many issues and not lose as much money as they're losing, Target over the last 9 days has lost $1.5 billion in stock because of this decision. So people obviously in America are upset about this. Mothers and fathers don't feel comfortable with their children going into restrooms and having potential predators coming in there with them. And I'm one too. And so for those out there who say, Beastly, you gotta, live and let live and just let people be. You can be what you want to be. That's totally fine. But if I'm a father and I can't walk into the restroom with my daughter, there's not going to be another guy who can walk in there with her. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. I will not go to that store. I will not support that store. For the people who say, you're being a bigot. No, the hell I'm not. I'm being a protector of the women I love and the children that I have. Sorry. I'm not going to be party to a system that opens up the door for potential catastrophe. And you better believe there are going to be people doing voyeurism inside Targets now. You better believe there's going to be guys, if they're not already doing it, walking around the store waiting until a little girl walks in the bathroom so they can go and pretend to be a girl and walk in there with them. These potential issues exist. And if they haven't happened yet, you better believe they will. And so with that being said, Target, Starbucks, can't do it. Barnes & Noble, sorry. You're going to lose potential customers. All these companies are. And as a protector and someone who believes that men are men and women are women, and there is no in between, that's my personal belief. I'm a man. I was born as a man. I wasn't assigned this package. It was given to me when I was born. This is who I am. My DNA says that I'm a male. If you take a DNA sample of me right now, it's going to say that I'm a man. If you take a DNA sample of Kris Jenner, it's going to say that he's a man. Period. These are facts that cannot be argued. People want to pretend and they want to lie that cats are dogs and dogs are camels, but the fact of the matter is you are what you're born as. And so these people who have these issues, the transgender people who want to be included in every aspect of everyone else's life, Target and all these other stores could easily include a transgender restroom, a restroom that appeases all people who go inside. They can have areas for women. They can have areas for men. For men who are born as men who want to pretend to be women, they can go in there and use a stand-up stall. They can walk out and still pretend to be a woman. But I think that the people who did not sign up for that don't have to be a party to it. The women and children who did not sign a piece of paper that said, I don't mind having my privacy invaded by a man, shouldn't have to deal with it. So I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on this, guys. Please let me know. Am I crazy? Are the 1.5 million people who signed this petition crazy? Is this a little above and beyond? Are they pushing too hard an agenda that includes everyone who does not want to be included? Be sure to give a thumbs up, show support for the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and let me know how you feel about this bathroom rule. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.
Let it go, make my body go, make our bodies high.